Welcome back to the Rouges and the Yanks, where we talk everything Canada soccer and U.S. soccer. Tonight we'll be talking about the CONCACAF World Cup qualifier between Canada and Suriname. And Canada would take this one 4-0 to go play Haiti in the knockout rounds. And let's talk. Canada started Milan Borjan in net, All-Star Johnson, Scott Kennedy, Samuel Piet, Stefan Escudot, Stefan Estacio, Daniel Henry, Kyle Larin, Alphonso Davies, Jonathan David, and Richie Larea as their starting 11. Now, for this game, this was period in the first 20 minutes. Canada really struggled to really find any good opportunities. Suriname, you got to give credit to Suriname for their defense, really, and even creating chances of their own to really come back at Canada with. And so that was pretty good from the Suriname side. And we'll talk what happened. Starting with the 7th minute, Kyle Larin has a shot on goal, but it's at the right side of the keeper. And then the 11th minute, a free kick comes in for Suriname, but it's saved by Milan Borjan, the Canadian keeper. Then the 12th minute, there's also another shot by Suriname. It goes bar down, but it doesn't cross the line. The Suriname players thought it did, and they protest for it and appeal for it, but the ref says no. And unfortunately for them, there is no VAR in this competition. And so, unfortunately, we don't know if it did. It looked like it on the replay just stayed on the line, but VAR wouldn't be able to confirm that. And but that was a scary moment for Canada in this one, because Suriname was really putting the pressure on Canada. They were creating chances on their own, and really were struggling, allowing the Canadians to struggle. If I can get that off right. Then we go to the 17th minute where Jonathan David is open. He shoots. It's saved, but rebound goes outside the box, and Canada rips again outside the box. Save from the Suriname keeper. He saves it towards the post, and it goes out. But finally, Canada responds with some fire and some shots of their own. And in the 21st minute, David has a good look once again. It goes right towards this, right at the Suriname keeper. In the 37th minute, Alphonso Davies gets a pass from Jonathan David, shoots, and scores through the legs of the keeper for a nutmeg, or it goes to the 5-hole nutmeg, whatever you want to call it. It's 1-0 for La Rouge. And we're going to see that connection a lot. Jonathan David to Davies, or Davies to David, whichever one, vice versa. It's a strong connection that you got to look out for sure. And it's really going to hurt a lot of teams if they don't know how to deal with this. Then we go to halftime. But as I mentioned, the first 20 minutes, Canada really struggled to really find that breakthrough and really get great chances of their own. But finally, Davies in the 37th minute breaks through the Suriname defense, really gets Canada on the board, and that really relaxes the nerves for Canada, as even though they needed a tie or a win just to get through. But Suriname, after applying their own pressure, they really Canada's nerves really settled in after that Davies goal. And in the 51st minute, Suriname keeper spills the ball in front of the net, but Canada cannot tap it in. And what a scary moment for Suriname, because Canada was really close to shutting the door right there. But then we go to the 59th minute where Jonathan David breaks through the Suriname defense and scores. It's 2-0 for Canada, just like that. And Davies and David are the two standout guys in this one, which that's what this game is all about. Jonathan David and Alphonso Davies, Canada's two shining stars, had a breakout game, and we got to give a lot of credit for them. The reason why they're going on to play Haiti in the knockout rounds, to keep the octagon dreams alive. And then we go to the 70th minute where Suriname has a great look, but skies it into Rouges' head. And this was bad. He was wide open, one-on-one with Borjan after a beautiful cross, but just goes for power, and it's bad. And then in the 73rd minute, Davies to David connection leads to David scoring a goal for the Rouges, and they go up 3-0. Once again, the Jonathan Davies, Davies to David connection, or David to Davies, vice versa, however you want to look at it. It's strong. It leads to a third goal for Canada. And Canada really in the driving seat for now. And they're really looking like this game is going away for Suriname. And then the 76th minute, Davies to David once again. But David can't put this one in. But there's a penalty in the box for Canada, as Lucas Cavallini on the next chance will get tripped in the box. Jonathan David would step up to take it out of it had to be him, of course, because he was already sitting on a hat trick, and this was his opportunity to really complete his hat trick. So he gets his wishes and he puts it in, and he does complete this hat trick. That's the nail in the coffin for Canada, and that pretty much does it. 4-0 for La Rouge. They're going on to play Haiti this weekend, and on the 15th in a two-legged playoff game for the bottom of the octagon. Now stats: Canada outshot Suriname 16-7. 13 of those shots were on target for Canada, while 1 for Suriname. Canada wins 63% of possession, while Suriname only had 37% of possession. Canada completes 552 passes to 325 passes. Pass accuracy: Canada had 84%, while Suriname had 77%. Canada had 17 fouls to 15 fouls, 1 yellow card to 2 yellow cards, no red cards, 2 offside for Canada to 4 for Suriname, and 2 corners for Canada to 3 for Suriname. And so, yeah, Canada really did a great job this game. And they needed this result, as I mentioned. This was very, very crucial result for them. Like, I can't mention how important this was for them to win this game. Like, because they didn't win this game, their World Cup dreams would be out. And I think one of the commentators said they would have to wait for another 7 years to try again, as Canada would already host the World Cup in 2026 with the U.S. and Mexico. And so they're already in it as default. But, yeah, regarding this game, Davies and David shine. Awesome. Davies had 2 assists and 1 goal. David had a hat trick. It was just, those 2 players really, really carried Canada tonight in terms of getting the job done against Suriname. We knew this team was going to be tough, and it was just a beauty to watch. It was just, those 2 alone outclassed Suriname. Beautiful to watch. I know they struggled in the first 20 minutes, but eventually in the 37th minute, Davies allowed the breakthrough, and that just really got the ball rolling for Canada in this one. And awesome job for them again. And now, in terms of looking at Haiti for Canada, they cannot afford to get off to another slow start like they did this game against Suriname. In the first 20 minutes, you got to be on your game, because Haiti can be a really dangerous team. You really cannot let them afford to go up 1-0 in the early game, because once they go in it, they'll probably, I don't know what they'll do. They'll probably sit back or even create more chances. And so you really have to, you got to come out quick. You got to be tactical. You got to be clinical in the final third. You got to finish your chances. And you cannot make silly mistakes, of course, in the midfield, or else Haiti will pounce on you, as they are a dangerous team and can be. And so that game will be, they'll be on a 2-leg series for the Octagon starting on June 12th, and then another one for June 15th. And both of these games will most likely be played in the U.S., given Canada's current COVID situation with the borders. But nothing new for Canada. They'll just got to get the job done. And they'll be playing a Haiti team that's also going to be eager to get into this octagon and look at the likes of Mexico and USA. And but Canada, this is going to be the last test. If Canada can beat Haiti, they're into the octagon, possibly looking at qualifying for their first World Cup since 1986. And so they're already on a ton of pressure, but pressure makes diamonds. Let's see what they can do against this Haitian team coming up in the next few days. And but yeah, they got to be clinical, and they got to be sharp, and cannot allow slow starts in this one. They're going to be Haiti. But overall, great game against Suriname. They had to win this one. You know, if they lost this one, they would have been out. Their World Cup dreams would have been crushed just like that. And yeah, the whole federation would have been it would have been a night of disappointment, and just unbelievable night that they would have had. But they didn't. They got the job done, 4-0. And a lot of people did say that they were going to struggle with Suriname. Suriname, they did look pretty good. We got to give credit to Suriname. They have a lot of Dutch. I think they have a rule or some kind of what they allow the Netherlands to send their players to their colony and kind of allow them to play with Dutch citizenship. So I think they have something going on there where they can allow kind of Dutch players or people who are born in the Netherlands to play for their colonies. Kind of the same thing we see with Curacao. They allow their Dutch-born players to play for their colonies, and then they're kind of help them trying to win a World Cup, or basically even the Gold Cup, as we can see. As we look at Curacao in 2019, gave the United States a run for their money in the Gold Cup. United States barely escaping that one 1-0. But Eli Room, the current Columbus goalkeeper, came up big in that one. But yeah, a lot of Dutch players, and they also play in the Dutch league, which I didn't know of. And that helped them. Their ball movement looked pretty great from the start. But once Davies scored and Canada really got a stranglehold in the game, they just collapsed. And Canada really began to punish them. And really good job for Canada tonight. Let's just see what they can do against Haiti coming up, and they're going to have to be really good once again. Really good, just like tonight. Maybe even better than tonight to beat Haiti. Now, that does it for the Canada game. Next up, tomorrow, I have a Costa Rica versus United States game, men's national team for a friendly. And the United States are, this is going to be most of their B team that we're going to see as they're preparing for the Gold Cup. And they're not going to use their same starting lineup that they did against the Nations League just to get those players a rest. And so we're really going to be looking at what the USMNT B team, or a lot of MLS players based, like Daryl DK. I know he came direct from the EFL, but he'll be, I think rumor has it, he'll be playing along with maybe even others who sat the bench during the Nations League. Maybe that'll be good. So maybe like a semi-A, semi-B team, maybe like a good mix. But their United States was going to put out their B team against this Gold Cup, and we'll see what they do with this coming up in July. But for now, that is it. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Tell all your friends that Canada is moving up, and they're looking like they're going to the octagon, but they got to get the work done against Haiti first.